What if your morning could shape everything: your mood, your focus, your success? Most people rush through their mornings without a plan, missing the chance to take control. But a few small changes can shift your entire day. You don't need hours, just the right habits. Start your morning with purpose, and you'll start seeing real progress, one day at a time. I, Napoleon Hill, have learned that leveling up life doesn't start when everything feels right. It starts when you choose to take control of your morning, when you get up, not for others, but for yourself. When you use the early hours to focus, think, and prepare, not because someone is watching, but because you know these quiet moments build strength. Real change begins with simple steps, repeated when no one else is looking. Win the morning first. Morning brings a special kind of stillness. The world hasn't fully woken up yet, and there's a gentle quiet that fills the air. In this quiet, you have a choice to take control of your day before anything else does. The way you rise, the way you move, the way you think in those first moments, it all matters more than most people realize. Many people wake up and immediately begin to rush. They jump out of bed in a panic, thinking about all the things they have to do. Their heart is already beating fast, their mind is cloudy, and they feel like they're already behind before the day even begins. That kind of start doesn't set you up for peace or purpose. It sets you up for stress. But you can choose a better way. You can decide to win the morning, and when you do, the rest of the day starts to follow your lead. Winning the morning means starting with calm. It means waking up gently and being present for a few moments before jumping into action. You take time to stretch, to breathe deeply, to clear your mind. You give yourself a moment to remember who you are and where you're going. This isn't about doing 100 things before sunrise. It's not about being perfect. It's about choosing one or two small actions that remind you that you are in charge of how you feel and how you show up. Begin by sitting quietly for a minute. Take a few slow breaths. Feel your feet on the floor. You're here. You're alive. You have another day to grow, to try again, to become stronger than you were yesterday. That's something worth honoring. Try writing a short thought in a notebook, something you're grateful for, or something you want to focus on. You don't need pages. Just a line or two is enough to give your mind direction. If you enjoy movement, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, or go for a short walk. Let the air wake up your body. Let the light touch your face. You don't need anything fancy. You just need a choice, a quiet moment, a little stillness, a little awareness. Imagine two people. One rises with purpose. They take 5 minutes to breathe, to stretch, to think about their goals. They eat something simple and nourishing, then step into the day with clarity. The other person wakes up at the last minute, rushes to get ready, skips breakfast, and runs out the door feeling lost. Over time, the gap between these two people widens. Not because one is better, but because one chose to begin with care. Your morning sets the tone. It shapes your mood, your focus, your energy. If the start is messy, the day feels harder. But when the start is steady, the whole day opens up. It becomes easier to make good choices, to stay calm, and to handle challenges with strength. Think of your morning like planting a seed. Each action is a drop of water, a bit of sunlight, a breath of fresh air, and little by little, those small efforts begin to grow into something strong. Start small. You don't need to change everything at once. Just change how you begin. One quiet breath, one stretch, one kind thought. That's enough to begin turning your mornings and your life in a new direction. You don't have to wait for the right time. You don't need permission. Each morning is a fresh start. And that's all you need to begin building a stronger, calmer, more powerful life one morning at a time. Connect with your vision. Each morning brings a chance to remember what matters most. It's easy to forget, especially when the days feel busy or uncertain, but deep down, you have dreams, you have goals. You have a picture in your mind of the kind of life you want to build. That picture is your vision, your reason for waking up with purpose, your reason for pushing forward even when life feels hard. Your vision is like a quiet light inside you. Some days it burns bright, and other days it feels dim, but no matter what, it's there. The more time you spend connecting with it, the more power it gives you. A strong vision helps you stay focused. It helps you make better choices. It reminds you that your life is not just about going through the motions, it's about moving in the direction that truly matters to you. Each morning, take a few moments to think about your vision. Sit still, close your eyes if it helps, and see it clearly in your mind. Picture the life you want to live. What does it look like? Where are you? What are you doing? How do you feel? Try to feel it in your heart, not just think about it in your head. That feeling is what keeps you grounded when things get tough. You might also want to write down your goals, even just a few words. Writing helps bring your thoughts into the real world. When you put your vision on paper, it becomes something you can see and hold. You might write down who you want to become or what you want to achieve. These small reminders give your mind something clear to follow. Imagine a young woman who wants to open her own shop one day. Every morning before starting her day, she sits at her table and pictures her dream. She sees the sign on the door, the shelves neatly stocked, the smile on her face as she welcomes her first customer. She holds that image in her heart, and it gives her the strength to keep going, even when the road feels long. Now imagine someone else who never stops to think about where they're going. They wake up, go through the motions, and try to get through the day. But without a vision, they feel lost. They work hard, but it doesn't feel meaningful. They make choices, but those choices don't lead anywhere. Their days feel heavy, like walking without a map. The truth is, everyone gets tired, everyone faces challenges, but when you have a vision, those hard days don't break you, they shape you, they remind you why you started in the first place. Your vision becomes the steady hand that guides you through storms. It doesn't matter how big or small your vision is, what matters is that it's yours. It belongs to you, and you have the power to bring it to life little by little, step by step. But you must stay close to it. You must give it your attention, your care, your belief. Each morning, give yourself a few quiet minutes to connect with your vision. Let it rise in your heart like the sun rises in the sky. Let it fill you with strength and direction. And when you walk into the day, walk with purpose. Because when your vision is clear, your actions become clear. And that is how a meaningful life begins, not in a rush, but with a quiet moment of connection. Protect the first silence. Early morning silence is one of the most powerful moments in the day. It is the space before noise, before movement, before the world starts to pull you in different directions. In that silence, there is peace. In that peace, there is strength. It is easy to ignore it, to fill the quiet with noise or rush into the tasks ahead. But if you learn to protect those first moments of stillness, you give yourself something truly special. The morning is not just about waking the body, it's about calming the mind. When you sit in silence for a few minutes before doing anything else, you give your heart a chance to settle. You give your thoughts time to clear. You remind yourself that life does not have to be lived in a rush. You get to choose how your day begins. In the silence, you can hear your own breath. You can feel the way your body rests or how it's ready to rise. You can notice what's happening inside you instead of being pulled outside right away. These moments are simple, but they hold great power. They let you return to yourself before the world asks you to be everything for everyone else. Imagine a man who wakes up and spends 5 quiet minutes just sitting on the edge of his bed. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't move much. He simply breathes. He feels the ground under his feet. He listens to the quiet of the room. In those few minutes, he remembers who he is and how he wants to move through the day. He stands up feeling calm and clear. Now picture another man who wakes up and jumps straight into activity. He moves quickly, rushing to get things done. His mind is already racing. His body feels tense. Even before the day begins, he feels behind. That feeling stays with him as the hours go by. And though he gets things done, he never feels quite steady. The difference between these two men is not their job or their schedule. It is how they begin. One starts in silence, the other starts in noise. And that choice changes everything. Protecting the first silence is not about doing more. It's about doing less just for a few minutes. You don't need to sit like a statue. You can lie still in bed. You can sit by a window. You can walk slowly outside and listen to the birds. Whatever helps you be quiet, be present, and just breathe. You may notice thoughts come and go. That's normal. Let them pass, like clouds in the sky. You don't need to hold on to them. You are simply resting in the quiet before the day begins. Over time, this practice becomes a kind of morning shield. It helps you stay calm when others are rushing. It helps you make better choices because your mind is clear. It helps you feel strong because you took time to care for yourself before facing the world. This silence is not empty. It is full of meaning. It holds your first thoughts, your first feelings, and your first chance to choose peace. Don't let the world take that from you. It is yours, and it is a gift that can shape the rest of your day. Start each morning by protecting those first few quiet moments. Give yourself that space to breathe, to feel, to be. It may seem small, but it can change everything. From that silence you rise with calm, and from that calm you carry strength into the day ahead. Speak power into yourself. The words you say to yourself in the morning can shape your whole day. Your thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs become your actions. If you start your day with strong, kind words, you begin to build a strong, kind life. Many people don't notice the words they speak to themselves. They wake up tired and tell themselves things like, "I can't," "I'm not ready," or "This day is going to be hard." These words may seem small, but they carry weight. They sink into the heart and grow roots. You can choose different words. You can choose words that lift you, strengthen you, and remind you who you are. These words don't have to be fancy. They just need to be true and full of belief. Words like, "I am ready," "I am strong," "I can handle this," or "This is my time to grow," can light a fire inside you that burns all day. Speaking power into yourself doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with courage. It means giving yourself the strength to try again, even after a hard day. It means choosing words that build you up instead of breaking you down. Every morning is a chance to speak new life into your heart and mind. Imagine a woman who wakes up early and stands in front of her mirror. She looks into her own eyes and says, "Today I will be patient. I will not give up. I will walk in peace. I will do my best." She may not feel strong at that moment, but those words begin to change something inside her. They become a quiet voice that stays with her throughout the day. When she faces a problem, that voice reminds her of her strength. Now think of another woman who wakes up already thinking about her worries. She looks in the mirror and thinks, "I'm tired. I don't think I can do this. I always mess up." These thoughts are not just passing clouds. They shape how she feels, how she acts, and what she believes about herself. Even if she works hard, that heavy voice pulls her down again and again. The difference between these two women is not their job, their age, or their past. It is the words they choose to plant in their minds at the start of the day. You can choose to speak kindly to yourself. You can speak with strength. These words don't need to be shared with anyone. They are just for you, a quiet gift from your heart to your soul. You can speak them while you brush your teeth, while you get dressed, or while you sit quietly before the day begins. If you don't know where to start, begin with simple truths. Say, "I am learning." Say, "I will take one step forward today." Say, "I am doing better than I think." Over time, these words will grow strong inside you. They will become your guide. Your voice is the one you hear most in your life. Make it a voice of strength. Make it a voice that leads you forward. Even when no one else is cheering for you, you can be your own supporter. You can be your own guide. Every morning you have the chance to speak power into yourself. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Begin where you are. Begin with one strong word, one hopeful sentence. Speak life, speak courage, speak love, and let those words carry you through whatever the day may bring. Review your priorities. Each morning is a chance to start fresh. Before the noise of the world fills your mind, you have a short, quiet space where you can choose what really matters. This is the best time to think clearly about your day ahead and what you want to focus on. Without that small pause to review your priorities, it's easy to fall into doing things that keep you busy but don't bring you closer to your goals. When you don't take time to decide what's important, everything begins to feel urgent. You might end up spending your whole day doing little tasks that leave you tired but not satisfied. You check off many things, but none of them truly matter. This can leave you feeling stuck, like you're working hard but not really moving forward. But when you take a few quiet minutes in the morning to think about what matters most, your whole day begins to take shape. You give yourself direction. You decide where your time and energy should go. You remind yourself of the bigger picture and the kind of life you're trying to build. You can ask yourself simple questions like, "What do I want to finish today?" Or, "What is one thing I can do that will make a real difference?" You can write these thoughts down or just speak them softly to yourself. It doesn't have to take long. Even a few moments of clear thinking can guide you through hours of work. Imagine a man who wakes up and takes a moment to think about his day. He writes down 3 things he wants to focus on, not 10, not 20, just 3. One might be work-related, one personal, and one about his health. He carries those 3 ideas with him through the day. When distractions come, he remembers what really matters. At the end of the day, even if he didn't finish everything, he feels good because he stayed true to what he chose. Now think about someone else who wakes up and jumps right into the day without thinking. They move from task to task, answering every request, saying yes to everything, and by the end of the day they are exhausted.